Hello YouTube. So in this video I'm gonna be going through cleaning up this old Craftsman table saw I just picked up. The top is all cast iron and it needs some work. Still got some surface rust, but I've watched a couple videos on how to clean these up and they clean up pretty well. I actually picked this up as a surface to weld on because it's like machined flat. All of these surfaces here are pretty flat. I watched a video that discussed how you could use a table like this to build or weld on because there's a lot of holes here that you can fixture to and make things square and hold them down while you weld them so they don't move while they heat up and cool down. But anyway, this video is really just about cleaning it up and getting it usable again. I'm dating this as probably an 80s or 90s saw. If anyone knows what year this saw is, let me know in the comments. So the plan of attack, I'm going to be using WD-40 as like a lubricant to then scour the surface with these Brillo pads. And then if it needs some more work, I'm going to use the steel wool. But if it doesn't need the steel wool, I'm not going to do it because it's probably too abrasive. And I just want to keep the surface nice and smooth. These saws can be had for pretty cheap. You can find them on Marketplace or Craigslist for usually under $100. I got this one for $100, but I almost got one for $50, but the deal fell through. If you've ever looked at welding tables or any type of Certiflat tables, you'll know that they're extremely expensive. And for the surface area that you get from a table saw like this, it's actually pretty smart to use something like this. You save a lot of money, you get a table saw, and you get a great welding surface. I'll leave a link in the description for you to check out after this video, where I learned about how to use this as a welding table. So this method here of using the WD-40 and the scour pad is actually working really well. This is looking real good. Wow. So I just cleaned this whole section here. It's very smooth. Like, this is real smooth. And this is what it looked like before pretty much. So I'm just going to continue on and do the rest of this table. Yes, I think this is looking pretty good. Right now I'm trying to level up this wing here. It was further off than this. You can see if I can. Yeah, see how this is lower than this? So I'm using these clamps to just kind of pull up on the wing, and I'm going to tighten these bolts. I don't need to be perfect, but maybe a little closer to the way this side is. Like, this is pretty good. I think the other wing is a little bent or warped or something. So I don't think I'm going to get it perfectly flat, but it's going to be good enough. And then right after that, I'm going to continue just cleaning these surfaces right here, right there, and I'll call this done. Next steps, I want to put like a splitter here or some kind of riving knife, because that will make the saw a lot safer. And dust collection. This thing needs some dust collection because the bottom is completely open. If I start sawing with this thing, sawdust is going to go everywhere. So I'll come back after I got this thing more cleaned up and waxed up. Okay, got these wings all cleaned up. I think this came out really good. This side is like pretty close here. Like it just slightly hangs up here. It sinks down low right there. And then right here it's like perfect. This side I did my best to use those clamps and get it pretty close. It's pretty close. It's close enough for me. So yeah, this turned out really good. It's just WD-40 and scour pad. I may do some of this with the steel wool. I haven't really thought about it yet because this feels super smooth. And I want to put a zero clearance insert here and then put the splitters just to add some more safety to the saw. I also would like to redo the wiring, as I said earlier. So there's more projects to be done on this saw. For now, it's going to make a good welding surface. It's kind of funny I'm using a woodworking tool for metalworking. So anyway, thanks for watching.